This team looked just like the Nuggets team we saw 9 days ago in the Western Conference Finals. You know, the same Nuggets team that swept the Lakers in 4. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat with much less rest, and it showed. There are a ton of special banners hanging in the rafters here, but none for NBA champions. That's all going to change tonight as this Denver Nuggets team gets to, for the first time in history, watch their championship banner go up into the rafters. A year ago, almost down to the exact date, Broncos wide receiver Tim Patrick tore his right ACL during a training camp practice. And on Monday's first padded practice for the Denver Broncos, Patrick went down once again and would have to be carted off of the field. And now coaches are telling us they fear it's his left Achilles. In the first half alone, 3 offensive linemen went down. That's the last thing this team needed for sure. Any more injuries, especially to that O-line. But Dalton Reisner spoke just moments ago about how some guys stepped up to the plate today. They have executed Coach Malone's plan to a T. That is keeping Miami playing inside the three-point line and disciplined defense. Tonight, it was set the tone for this young second-round playoff series. Head coach Jared Bednar made some major changes to their starting line, probably looking for a faster and just much better start to their game. Why Sean Payton decided to get back into the coaching game at the highest level, he said in part it was because of his wife. She said he wasn't staying busy enough in the broadcast booth, but more seriously, he said it was that winning feeling, and he had been missing it. He talked a lot about the missed opportunities. He said these close games will be a theme this season, so Broncos country better hold on tight because that's just the way that they roll. We got guys doing drills over here. If you were watching our 9 o'clock news this morning, you actually saw me running through this specific one as well as they go through the ladder, come around and catch a football. Head coach Frank Serratori says 2 things are important this time of year. 1 is special teams, 2 is goaltending. Let's start with the former. They've been pretty awful with the extra attacker. Why is that? A crowd of 48,230 people filled every one of these seats. It was another sold-out crowd for a Rockies home opener. What's on everyone's mind tonight is, can the Avalanche take that big step in the right direction without Cale Makar? And that's exactly where things started off on day 1. Instead of talking about team progress, the head coach said he had some regrets after calling last season's coaching staff one of the worst in NFL history. Overall, today's focus was on third down drills, but tomorrow it will be all about the red zone. As you might remember, those were 2 of the Broncos' toughest categories from last season. I'm just avoiding some lightning out here today, but it was really sunny earlier for the Broncos, and even though they're preparing for week 2, there was still a lot of reflection today on their Monday night loss. This just means for the Colorado Avalanche, the pressure is on tonight to avoid that 2-game deficit. The Broncos' first preseason game, their offense looked way too similar to what we witnessed all of last season. Most notably, the offensive line and the kicking game is showing some major concerns. At the beginning of the Coach Prime era here in Boulder, Deion Sanders' message was, "Baby, we are coming." Then after their stunner of a win over TCU, the message to the football world became, "Do you believe now?" Less laundry on the field and more moving the ball down it is exactly what you want to see ahead of preseason game 1. And credit to Jerry Jeudy with the hat trick on Sunday. 3 touchdowns. He just looked different out there.